We have taken a monoculture of exotic plants that was the lawn, and we have replaced it with the plants that have been here for thousands of years that do not need fertilizer and pesticides, that do not need to be watered. Their roots go down, that sequester carbon, but that produce for us great beauty in the color that's out there. But for me, it's education. That every day when I go out, I find something new. It's always changing. Very different from a manicured lawn that never changes. To us, it's very boring, and our property is not boring.
Another aspect that's important to us is reducing flooding. Now, we are one of the highest points in Cedar Rapids. However, down low, people are concerned about flooding, and the prairie grasses go way down, sometimes 12, 15 feet.
Roots.
The roots. And the grasses go, and the plants go way up high as well. And that reduces the flooding because there are little tiny holes and openings in the soils. And so when the rain falls down, it percolates down instead of going off the pavement or off the grasses. And with so much concern about flooding and big storms, people can put in what we call pocket prairies, just small areas, because not everybody wants to do a great big space like we've got. But you can put small ones in there, especially where the rainwater comes down, and it would help get that water back into the groundwater system where it needs to be.
There's also been a political shift over the years. And when we began this almost 50 years ago, and especially in Cedar Rapids, which this was supposedly a tidy town, everything looked perfect. And in the early days, when people would begin doing landscaping that was different, untraditional, natural, we called it, they were persecuted by the weed commissioner who would force them to mow. And it was very, very difficult. There also was no place to buy stock. Nobody was selling prairie seeds or plants. You just couldn't buy it. You had to go out and find some someplace and propagate them. But that has changed completely, in large part due to our social evolution of thinking that these are native habitats. They're important. They're healthy habitats. They're beautiful. Then came the monarch. And with the decline in monarch, we had a very charismatic animal that was declining, and there were things that people could do to help. So now you're a hero if you do these things, where back 40 years ago, you were some kind of a bum for trying to grow weeds, you know.